Hello, so today we're going to talk about my first ever C6, and that character is Yelan. And yes, Yelan was my first C6. I believe I C6'd her after her first rerun, or was it the second? I'm not too sure, but after I pulled her and it was just C0, I truly enjoyed the character because of her skill. The mobility was amazing for exploration, and being the fact that her C1 is the addition to her skill, I knew right away that I needed her C1. And then for some reason, I just could not stop summoning for her constellations. And do I think that Yelan is, well, C6 Yelan is still meta? I would say yes and no, because C6 really helps not just Yelan, but she is, now that we have Zilonin, I think Zilonin with her C2, that also helps increase your HP. But aside from her, Yelan, the original HP buffer with her constellation 4. All right, so let's look at her constellations. They're pretty simple, unlike, the newer constellations, the newer characters. All right, so like I said before, the C1 just gives you one additional charge to her elemental skill, which helps you again with the exploration. And she's a lot of fun when it comes to her elemental skills. Still to this day, Yelan was the first one to do it. So we gotta give props to that. All right, so the second constellation with her burst, well, it also deals another damage, another extra damage, and that damage is pretty high compared to her other normal attacks. All right, so Constellation 3 is her burst, and we have the Constellation 4, which I talked about it. This was the OG HP buffer. A maximum increase of 40% max HP can be attained in this manner, and you can easily attain it right away with her skill. You just have to mark enemies as long as you have more than 4. She's the perfect pair with Furina, and the C6, it's a personal damage. It really, for I believe, okay, so you can do 5 arrows and it will last for 20 seconds the minute you activate her burst. And those 5 arrows are like her charge attacks and deals 156 damage of normal breakthrough barbs damage. So that breakthrough barbs is a very strong damage. All right, so here we go. This is her skill. Of course, I did triple crown her. Okay, all right. So as you can see, the breakthrough barb damage 20.84% max HP. So Yelan, you are supposed to build her just like Furina. Make sure you have tons of HP on her. I do have her signature weapon, which is her go-to weapon, but Yelan, what makes her so nice is that she's a sub DPS, just like Xingqiu. With her weapon, you don't really need her signature weapon, but one of her best weapons, 3-star weapon. Like we have Sharpshooter's Oath, which is, look at the crit damage, and the base attack doesn't really matter because this character needs to build on HP, and you also have the slingshot, because if you want to concentrate on her crit rate, it's it's an amazing weapon as well. And for me, if the 3 stars, if you want to amp it up a little, the Favonius is the go-to for me, aside from her signature weapon. But the Favonius helps you with the energy recharge issue. And let's see her build. So I have crit rate 83, crit damage 267. Energy recharge is not too good. I do have her go-to, which is the Emblem of Severed Fate. Okay, and here are my artifacts. They're okay. They all have not only my artifacts have good crit stats, but also all of them have a little bit of energy recharge. Even with that, it's only 157, which is pretty sad. Yelan is more like a 5-star version of Xingqiu. That's how she was labeled the minute the character was released, and even though I was agreeing with that, but also her skill was so unique at that time. The mobility, especially in Spiral Abyss, when some of the enemies tends to, back away. Now here we have 3 enemies. Alright, so we're not going to use Furina's fanfare. So as you can see, there is no issue with her energy recharge. So okay. Alright, so we're gonna do a vape team and see how well she does. And let's use Furina here a little bit. Okay. It makes her pretty versatile for sure, and also she's a Hydra unit, so we all know that Hydra is the element itself is very broken. Alright. Okay. So I'm gonna have her. I do want to utilize Furina's fanfare here, but also don't want to kill. I did see over 100k. Nice. Alright, so overall, Yelan, do I still play with this character? Of course. She helps you out with the exploration, covering the grounds. Now with the Natlan characters, where they can, climb the mountains, the walls. Yes, it's kind of slowly replacing Yelan, but listen, she was the original, sprinter, the one that we all wanted to get to kind of like push through the exploration. And Yelan still, to me, she still holds that position. And of course, I'm not advising you to go for C6, of course not, but the C1 is a very fun constellation to have because you can dash twice, and also you don't have to worry about her energy recharge requirement in a sense. Not too much, but yeah, but if you slap Favonius on this character, she's kind of good to go. Alright, so thank you again for stopping by, and if you watched the video till this very end, I really appreciate your support. Please like and subscribe, and I am doing my very best with these videos. Unfortunately for me, I don't own a PC. I am more of a Mac. Unfortunately, you cannot play Genshin on Mac, so I am forced to play it on my iPad. So I will try to find an alternative way to do this so that way my videos are more high quality, because I did get a comment about that. I'll do my best. I do have a PlayStation, so I want to see how that goes. Unless you guys want to sponsor me some PC unit, by all means, if you want higher level content, I'm doing my very best. So please bear with it, and thank you again, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.